from the UK. Thank you very much for speaking to us. So, long-term enemies. Is it possible that they now can generate long-term peace?
Well, I would doubt that, actually, because I think what we're seeing is not a very typical peacekeeping deployment. Russia is deploying peacekeepers in the absence of a real political process or genuine peace agreement. So I think there will actually be an inherently unstable situation on the ground and very difficult for Armenians and Azerbaijanis to now negotiate a peace with Russia right in the middle of everything.
In the deal as it stands, which parties do you think have gained here and which have lost out?
Well, Azerbaijan has ostensibly gained many of its objectives. All of the occupied territories around Nagorno-Karabakh now go back to Azerbaijani jurisdiction, and hundreds of thousands of internally displaced people can return home. Nagorno-Karabakh itself will be truncated, and it will be linked via a corridor with Armenia. And Azerbaijan also gets east-west connectivity with Turkey. That's Turkey's gain in this deal. So ostensibly, it is an agreement that serves Azerbaijan's interests more. That reflects the military situation. But it does mean Russian boots on the ground, potentially indefinitely, which I don't think accords with Azerbaijan's interests. So in a sense, everybody loses something here.
We're battling with the line a bit, but we'll persevere. What are President Putin's motivations? Could we look at this deal and say, actually, Russia is the winner here?
Well, Russia does appear to be the winner, I think, in the short term. It has swooped in after a 6-week conflict and imposed a peace, imposed its will on the parties. Without a sincere, a genuine political process to arrive at a negotiated peace agreement, the peacekeeping contingent in Nagorno-Karabakh will be vulnerable over the long term to provocations, and a peacekeeping deployment without a peace agreement starts to look like an occupying force after a long time, and that will not look legitimate over the long term. So I think it's a short-term win, but over the long term, I think this will be harder to sustain and will militate public opinion against Russia in both countries.
And we'll be following to see how effective this current ceasefire is. Thank you very much for speaking to us, Dr. Laurence Broers from the School of Oriental and African Studies in London.